Governor Andrew Cuomo in the hot seat this weekend, meeting with two lawyers leading the New York AG's inquiry into sexual harassment accusations against the governor. Cuomo's denied touching anyone inappropriately. NBC News correspondent for investigations, Tom Winter, is here now. So, Tom, what do you know about these upcoming interviews this weekend?
Well, Allison, it's taking place with two of the attorneys that are leading the independent review for the New York Attorney General, and that's June Kim and Ann Clark. June Kim is the former acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, has extensive prosecutorial experience, and Ann Clark herself, very accomplished 30-year veteran, looking at sexual harassment claims, been involved in a number of landmark cases, has represented women. So really the two kind of people that you might want in a circumstance like this. They'll be leading the inquiry. There'll be two additional attorneys, we are told, and our colleague Adam Reese reminds us that this investigation in this interview will not necessarily be the only one involving Governor Andrew Cuomo. There could be a follow-up interview as well. But I do think this tells us here, Allison, that if this investigation was a baseball game, we're probably in the 7th or 8th inning if they've talked to as many people as they've talked to and now are interested in speaking with the governor himself.
All right, so we're approaching the 7th inning stretch, if not exiting it, to steal your example there. So, looking at this case as a whole, Tom, we know Governor Cuomo was hit with over half a dozen sexual harassment accusations from different women, including staffers. We know that the Attorney General has been interviewing, talking to people, or at least the Attorney General's office and these lawyers have. Do we have any sense of what kind of information, what kind of evidence they would be looking to collect before they speak to the governor?
Well, I think a lot of people have rightfully been focused on what these women have said. Obviously, any interviews with these women are going to be key. Any corroborating information for their accounts is going to be key. That's obviously the central component of this case. But another part of it, Allison, that I think we have to keep our eyes on, it's not just the sexual harassment claims themselves, but what did the governor and the governor's office do about it once these claims were received? Did they follow proper state law? Did they follow proper state procedure? So I think that's something that we can't lose as we speak about this investigation and what it may involve. But definitely speaking with the women, and a number of the women have come forward themselves and said that they've spoken with the Attorney General's office and these independent investigators that we just discussed. So I think at this point, they're probably in a position where they have the documents that they want, or most of them. They've conducted the interviews that they need to conduct, and now it's time to put the governor to the test and ask him those questions.
We've mentioned this before, Tom, but the governor denies touching anyone inappropriately. What is the latest from the Cuomo camp? What are they saying?
Well, a statement came out yesterday. I think it's important to watch over the past, I would say, several weeks to a month. The governor's office, and we can look at a statement on screen right now from his senior advisor saying that they don't want to comment on the review, but the continued leaks are more evidence of the transparent political motivation by the AG. I think, Allison, I have no evidence that the leaks are coming from the Attorney General's office. As a matter of fact, we've heard very little about this investigation since it commenced back on March 8th when these investigators were announced. As a matter of fact, all the information that I am aware of came from the women who have come forward themselves and have said that they've spoken with the Attorney General's office. So I think that's an important thing to note. I think the governor himself has pointed to the conclusion of this investigation, which by law mandates that there shall be a public report. We will get a public report on what these investigators found essentially as a marker for him. He's told state lawmakers, hey, let's hold off on the impeachment process. Let's hold off on anything else until you all have had the chance to read this report. Now it appears that they're attacking the report from a political nature. Whether or not the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, has political motivations to run for the governor's seat or not, the people that have been chosen here this is an independent investigation. Granted, they are reporting back to her office on a weekly basis, but somebody like June Kim has experience investigating Cuomo's inner circle before. He put away somebody who the governor referred to as a brother in a corruption trial and investigated other people that were close to him. So I don't know if the temperature's getting a little hot in the governor's office or if they have a legitimate political beef, but that's what they're saying, and that's what we'll watch here as, again, this investigation appears to be coming to some sort of a conclusion.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.